What's up, y'all? Nowadays there's a lot of talk about the modern woman. The modern woman is on trial here on social media. Modern women, modern women, modern women. And you hear that all day, every day on upon multiple of channels. Modern women, modern women, modern women are the problem. Modern women are the problem. You even have females, modern women, who are actually agreeing with those talking points. Now, I got to thinking about something. And this is an angle that I have heard. Well, I haven't heard anybody take this approach, this angle, when it comes to this subject of modern women and what men want. There's a lot of talk about high value men. Let's just talk about men in general, what men want. And there's a lot of talk about what men want. Now, you have certain guys here on social media that have all of these horror stories about the past relationships they had, and the games, and all of this different stuff that they've had to put up with from women. Now these guys are older. So now you have this narrative to where it's like, hey, older women want younger women. I mean, older men want younger women. Because they're easier to deal with. They look better. They're fertile. They can bear children for them. These women, they aren't as jaded as the older women. So as an older man, you can mold this woman and shape her and basically lead her, guide her into being the perfect woman for you, so to speak. But I got to thinking about something. See if y'all can follow me on this. Now, when these guys are talking about their past and their past relationships and all of these horror stories and trials and tribulations that they had to go through dealing with these women, well, the women that they were dealing with at the time were younger women. 9 out of 10, when these guys were younger, they were dealing with younger women. Women around their same age, early 20s, before the age of 30. So you got all of these guys that have all of these horror stories about the things that they've had to put up with and the things that women have put them through. So they're speaking about their younger selves. And at the time, 9 out of 10, the woman or women that they were dealing with were younger. But now you have this narrative that's saying that older men want younger women because they're not as jaded, because they don't have as many miles on them, and they're not as damaged as older women. So younger women, the women that are fit, women that are fertile, they can bear their children, and on and on. These are the type of women that these guys are interested in, right? But when these same guys were younger, they was dealing with the same category of women. So why is it that back then, this category of women that you was dealing with, the younger women, took you through all of this BS, took you through all of this hell, and on and on. But now, as an older man, you would rather deal with that same category of women, younger women? Number one, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again but expecting a different outcome. That's the definition, right? So when these guys speak about dealing with younger women in their older years, but they complained about all the things that they went through when they were younger, dealing with younger women, but now as older men, they'd rather deal with those women because they'd be easier to get along with. They'd be able to provide the things that these older women can't. Think about that. That's the definition of insanity. But I'll go even further and say this right here. So if you as an older man, you feel like younger women are easier to deal with, you feel like younger women would be perfect for an older man versus older women, but things didn't work out for you with this same category of women when you were younger, that would mean that your younger self was actually the problem and not them. Just think about it. Now you're older and you're wiser. You have this talk about how men hit their financial stride in their later years, between the ages of 45 and 55, something like that. That's what I've been hearing. Now that you've got all of this experience, now that you're seasoned in life, these younger women would be easier to deal with now. As far as you as your older self. So that means that all of the horror stories and all of the trials and tribulations that you supposedly went through when you were younger, dealing with the same category of women, versus now everything would be okay because you're older. You want a woman from that same category. That would also mean that if that's the case, the younger you was the problem all along. Think about it. This is an angle I thought about. When I thought about it, I was thinking, man, that's the type of angle that would ruffle a lot of feathers around here, yo. All the talk that I'm hearing about modern women and this and that and what men want. I said, hey, man, I got to go on ahead and share this. Because that's an angle I've heard nobody take. Not even the detractors of, the manosphere and all these big, Kevin Samuels. His name is tossed around a lot. I've never heard any of his detractors use that angle. But it's something that I thought about, yo. If you, as an older man, feel like younger women would be perfect for you, but you have all of these horror stories about when you were younger, 9 out of 10, you were dealing with younger women back then. So, if that's the case, You can't say that they were the problem because you want that same category of women now. Now you think everything would be okay. That's the category of women that you want now, right? So if everything would be just fine now, but back then there was all of this chaos dealing with that same category of women, that would mean that you guys, the younger you, was the problem the entire time. Think about it, yo. Leave your comments below. Let me know what y'all think. All right. I'll let y'all later. Peace.